this young man here and have some conversations with him. Chairman, good evening. Have you also been in the traffic? And I was going to come in a whistle.
Yes, I was in the traffic, so I dropped out of the
car. And the traffic is a huge pound. Very massive. Yes, that means you are feeling the heat of the protest. Are you offended?
No, I'm not offended.
Okay, so that means you support whatever they are doing.
Yes.
Have you ever joined any protest like this, or even though you've not joined, but you support what they are saying?
Yes.
And
like, especially the Galamsey issue.
Right.
Yes, the Galamsey. And that thing is, by the Ghana, it's time that we have to eliminate those politicians who are not helping us. Then politicians are making us suffer. We are suffering, boss. We are suffering for this economy. It's the things are going up, but our salary, our income is the same distance. So we are working although like elephants, but our income is like ants. And people are not like Maminka keep anymore a team, boss, anymore a team. Every time I say they be found. What's the benefit for them boy? Omumboy no kwena omumboy. Okay. Yes, omumboy. Yeah, they said yeah, you know, omundwen ho sa. Empany for them dwen ho sa. And Kenya ni say Ghana, yet ya na ti. Then a Ghana ni. But every day, yeah, bread and see yeah.
What if you say Galamsey or yet say omuye? First day na omuye no December mo before answer na ebe to aba no. Anyway, differences be interest be man. And go back no omo say aban na no owo opposition no see short so na ehye chire ema omoye usuzu say na we so omoye aban bi na ehye chire so omoye.
Oh me like first one no cry no na man for na e ka ba me metie you know na me wuri say the airport na no yet.
Fantastic.
Na no yet. Fantastic. Na say see no ye share no we so buy still ayentin hu bibia intu ni say eya o mindful na the airport no hu say ya anya ansori a obi amekoye ko maye
but ebi musu raise concern say enka omo wa anum CCA no e den na si omo kwan in the crowd Monday yeah ba ko ne ye no ye Saturday
yes
and Monday na wo hwe ni pe egu kwan so any Saturday ususu say Ghana for no yankasa so ye hypocrite say edu say ye friend ni pass on maybe na ban bi wo so a we mu de ye ma we mu de ye beba
I know the mom wo point for there
I can give you an evidence. Well, no, the driver now. No, I can't.
Oh my boss.
Yes. The driver is here. Yeah, my driver 1,000 Ghana cedis. And for the Nipa, I think their cars are 5. And every car 2,000. The driver
1,000 cedis
was the one that I was working with.
They're not in them, yeah. 1,000 cedis.
Yes, driver.
Okay.
And the car not say green one.
Okay.
It's, you know, Nipa team they are 500. Oh, Charlie, Kwame. And Nipa team you know 500.
500 cedis.
This demonstration that
500 cedis.
500 interest. Driver no. Na me no.
Hey, na say ye dey Jimmy o. So CCA o betu am yakono.
The driver
no. So obekasa.
I don't know probably if he obekasa there. Yes.
And
short obekasa. Because what he are doing, me I'm not afraid of anybody here in Ghana.
Driver na catch you say. Oh, they forget the man of God. That
is not the point.
I'm coming. Let's establish this. So what you are saying is that you are aware that this driver actually conveyed some protesters from Suhum in a mobile.
Their cars are 5 and their cars are being parked at Circle, the station. Right now I'm talking to you.
So for the 3 days they are going to spend here in Accra, they are paid them for the... Oh, they will be going back and bringing them again.
Every day. That's what the driver said. I don't know if probably we'll see the driver so that I will be able to talk to him.
Okay, that is
the one that I was working with.
Okay.
So he is behind them, ensuring that none of the passengers will get hurt as a responsible driver, so that he will be able to take them back to Suhum. So I don't know if probably tomorrow they are coming back or they are not coming back.
The allegation we are not here. Say, Oma 500 cedis. When you will be beside be an answer driver and a catcher.
It is the driver who confirmed.
Establishment. Bass.
Or say, Trot. Toyota Haze, you know.
11. I think he said 11.
Driver is 11 on your mobile.
But bus is almost by 5. So and each driver pay each of the drivers.
Akra, Metia, Salamu alaikum. You bet you got to chunk of Bagakra. Muko baby. Ghana for I had more Muswini D or yesterday, Coswitty. More can here. More can here. Wufi Kona by.
Yeah, who said Okatakyie Afrifa at the partner. Yeah, you're wrong.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, almost friend, me see when it's so not distracted. But probably in Kofo bisa question. Say Mimbisa way or yesterday ye be about 6 months ago. I Ghana Hanum. Now I don't know who said no so here Emma Mobe can be.
Yes. Come on, me, no. You sit in Siono and Jabam, and the table. Yes,
Na o kan bi ma omo ye mo can bi I know omo ye no we omo ye no de mo ba bi ba ko no omo ye no we
for 37 e block kwa no kra
okay
e ma obi akwa ntwem mba because of the ya
na mo obi uko obi okay na time na omo be chi omo na o enti ya chi ubi
mi dwane
okay na mo mi na so also baby na that be na also baby that your friend say ba ko de no mo ye no so mo de bon so ba na ye pa okay ina o dwane
yes ma na me dwane ye
oh okay
so ninti na bai
ya ma ko mo chi ya no na ye ni baba ko tu police for car
okay
ndo tu police for car na di dwane no key no di dwane no na match ni ba Oliver na match ni ba ba wo de ye ni peace
na mo ho ni na mo ho okay anti ba ko no mamba bi ni ntina me hu no okay all right me da say nti mo san akokwa wu mo da okay yo na ifa ni e beda
oh na say be
first time house wa e beda nti say nyumre de ene mo na eda okay sound yo na e den wo you flag him can tell you na what do you dey o say
I'm not a
you are there
Satu tua de yo hablas español también yo hablar.
oh hablas español
Sí, yo hablo bien.
oh muy bien hablo español español muy bien
Sí, ¿dónde tú vives?
Debbie we are français
No.
Dabi we are French we are español
Yo.
yo me yo can but for good we Italiano now okay so we all say we are into French and what church gum na Spanish
you need to come back to your platform.
What's it eh
I speak English, not Francais.
okay Cayenne
Not politics.
Okay makes sense ebusianti yane galamsey fo ni bi na etwetwe nkomo wa ha no o ka se
Yeah, me cassette ya, can you train you?
and yeah so we galamsey protest
I'm a cassette ya galamsey.
no one here na it's Nana Frimpoma. I was about saying that to her. Nana Frimpoma was a presidential candidate who represented the former party,
CPP. Yeah.
In fact, I am very surprised and happy to see her part of this protest. Nana, to get from you, why are you part of this protest?
The simple issue is this. I just want every Ghanaian, whether you are here in Ghana or outside, remember water has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with the chemicals within that that we consume. And we know exactly what happens. If a young can leave Ghana, go out there and be protected, let's know that all of us we are not safe. I've been to Western Beach, I've seen the water. I've seen what happened. I can't even drink water these days. I don't even know what I'm drinking. I just want to tell everyone, this is not something that we must politicize. This is definitely something about life. Water is life, our children, our grandchildren, and the kind of deformities we are seeing in the fetus, in babies now.
Ralph, I want to ask this woman a question, please.
My voice anywhere. To just add your voice to the Galamsey fight. That is all.
Well, speaking about the Galamsey issue, me bacho munya buto studio ma.
Woman, onye TV fini o, onye TV fini Ralph, onye TV fini, onye PNC, onye PM, onye TV fini.
Respectfully.
Somebody is saying she is a PNC.
No, I know the phobia.
That's why I said
no, men read the comments. No, please. So you let me just handle it here. So you adding your voices to this Galamsey issue. Some people are also with the conviction that this has been something that has been happening for years, and even just about 7 months ago, some youth were on the street protesting that some of them even got arrested and remanded in police custody and prison custodies. A lot of people that we are seeing on the street today didn't issue statement. You were a presidential candidate then. No statements and stuff were issued.
Oh, I did.
Okay, you did.
Oh,
good.
Absolutely. So, the one with my son, what's his name? Bomowo.
Oliver Barker.
Oh yes, I issued a
statement in
respect
to the previous government.
Yeah, that actually
fantastic.
There was no. I didn't think they should have been. What happened to them should have happened at all.
Right.
And besides, here's the point. Listen, this is as long as we are going to this thing about Galamsey. You can go on my site and see. I've spoken about Galamsey not today several times. And I am here talking about Boko. Okay. But the fact that something has been continuing, the fact that something has been there for a while, doesn't mean that we must accept it.
Exactly.
And in any case, this has nothing to do with the president in power. Let's not make it personalized and think it's... I'm sorry, President Mahama cannot solve the Galamsey now unless he stops it. That's what we are asking him to take a critical look. When the former president came in, he put his own presidency on the line.
Did he fail? Did he fail on that or fulfilled
what
his
it
promise
simply
he made on
means is that it's so deep ingrained
in
the whole thing that something must happen. And that's why we are asking.
But Her Excellency, I think let me accord you with that because we wish that you become president for this country one day as the first woman to become a president. But the president who actually put his presidency on the line to fight Galamsey actually failed to some of us, because that was actually the reason why some youth actually took on the street to protest that your son Bakavama was actually remanded in police custody for weeks.
Yes.
Looking at the promise the previous government actually gave the people, and the deterioration level of our environment and water bodies, and the kind of actions being taken by this government, do you think this government is actually doing well in making sure that the Galamsey fight becomes effective, unlike the previous one that actually signed a lot of mining lease and licenses to people? Like over 2,000 licenses were issued within the 7 years or 8 years in office. Now, this government has actually repealed some of these licenses. Do you think this government is actually doing prudent response and actions against the fight of Galamsey, or it is just the same thing that we are experiencing?
I strongly believe that both of them, including the present government, the current president, our current president,
John Dramani Mahama,
including Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, I strongly believe they all don't have any bad intention, that they really would want this Galamsey stop. How to stop it is what I have been advocating. That until we bring the chiefs in the matter and hold the chiefs of the area.
Exactly the question, the top-up question I was going to ask. That
so
you are a presidential candidate, and you would become president one day.
Absolutely.
If you are president today, do you think the fight will lead the people, or you will do it drastically too?
There will be no demonstration. There will be no protesting, because instantly I get in there, I will stop Galamsey. Not only will I do that.
How would you do it?
I will put a stop. You know what stop means? Stop means halt. Stop. That's what it means. And
that means you will exercise your powers as a president.
And halt Galamsey. Galamsey simply means that illegal mining. Yeah. I will halt that, bring it to a table, and ensure that the youth have alternative. I don't believe that any youth in this country would want to jeopardize themselves with the chemicals. You see them working in chemicals and want to be able to do what they are doing. But if they don't have any alternative livelihood, if they know they can get away with it, then they'll do what they're doing. We will not be able to. Listen, what we are doing here makes us little-minded people. It's inhumane to the next generation. It does not bring us up as human beings to allow the gold to become a curse. Gold is supposed to be what we use for everything, including even our reserves, the value of our money. Why should that be a curse? Do you see what we see today? Why should our water bodies? What is happening? We can't afford to let people do whatever they want to do. It doesn't work that way.
We can't afford to let people do whatever they are doing and walk away with it. But finally, before I
go read about my proposal on Ghana shares. Ghana shares would have solved Galamsey.
So if you are here and you can go watch Ghana shares on which platform?
You are on my I will send you social media.
Oh, okay.
Ghana shares or Google it. Ghana shares. What I said about Ghana shares and what I said about Agro. These will solve the problem. Galamsey is our goal. Gold can stay there as long as it stays there. We are not supposed to kill ourselves just because we have gold. We must use the intelligence that God has given us. This is the resources of the people. The youth of this country are our children and our grandchildren. We should not allow them to die just because they need to have a livelihood. What we have done is that we've reduced human beings to an inhumane situation just so that they can survive.
But these are the same people who we put in political offices. It has been clear that a lot of people, Professor Frimpong Boateng did a report, came out mentioning some people in political space, in political leadership, who are involved seriously into Galamsey. Today, if you become the president, looking at the structures of our constitution and how parliament operates, that you, the president, don't have that much power to make decisions or decree certain things within the hems of affairs, but then it has to go through the approval and acceptance of 2/3 of the parliament. How would you be able to do it, knowing that CPP lacks the numbers of people that needs to accept this? Or you are going to go straightly in attacking the constitution first before you come in responding to some of these issues?
Clearly, the people of this nation, the Ghanaian, is aware of the menace, is aware of what happens when we take in hard chemicals like what we use to produce the gold. We saw what happened. The under president, we saw that he actually put a halt. And as you mentioned, he puts
a halt on what?
On the mining, on the Galamsey. Yes, he did. And actually then puts in, that was when Professor Frimpong Boateng came in. But we heard from Professor Frimpong Boateng that even that committee that was put together, a lot of the ministers stopped coming to the committee, to the meetings, simply because they were all involved in the Galamsey. This Galamsey thing needs more than just rhetoric. It needs somebody that really is committed. It needs somebody that really wants to make sure that they put the welfare of the people at the center of policies and the welfare of the next generation. We should just not be thinking of ourselves. So I think this is accurate. Why would you need to do anything? Because halting Galamsey to make sure that there is proper planning and also reclamation of the land and doing it properly is nothing that you need to go to court for. It can be done with an executive power, because you are not saying that. And don't forget that within the law, the minerals underneath the earth, anywhere, is vested in the presidency. It's vested in the presidency, and therefore the president today can decide that since the mineral has been invested in him, they can then decide how they manage it, and that one of the ways they wouldn't do it is to ensure that we kill ourselves and kill the next generation just so that we can think.
The protesters are going far away from us, but then I will let you go. Some people are saying it's too petty for people to be protesting now because it's too early.
In their comfort, in their
less than 4 months.
Listen.
It doesn't matter.
No, in their
Whether
loftiness.
2 months or 3 months.
This gentleman
Was not a hypocrisy are we doing in our politics?
has been doing this for years. It is not this time.
You mean the
Okatakyie Afrifa has been talking about Galamsey not today. Indeed, I joined this because I used to see him in places wearing, and I was so happy that somebody had taken over this matter because I was talking about.
Why was this woman? When you people were doing demonstration?
So today, if Okatakyie Afrifa is back doing this, please, somebody must get up and fight the system for the sake
Oliver
of
Bakavama, who is your son, was equally on the street about 6 months ago fighting this Galamsey. Did you join your son on the street?
That's what I'm saying. By the time he came out, yes. You see,
I think it was 2 days, and even that day wasn't a working day. It was Saturday and Sunday.
Don't remember that even the Catholic Church also joined the fight. Everybody did.
No, I'm talking about the demonstration organized by your son on the
No, at that time it was the heat of the campaign time. So right at the day that they were coming over, I just joined them from my office. I was not in the office, but I was there in spirit, and my boys all joined them. Okay, my boys all.
So some of them
them
were arrested.
Oh yes.
Thank you so much.
And we believe that nobody should bring this is.
You mean politicize it?
Politicize it. This is about water drinking. Please, for goodness sake, this is about drinking. This is about chemicals in the water.
Thank you so much. I think it was nice having you, and I really appreciate it.
And I said hi to everybody.
This is our upcoming first lady to become a president in the Republic of Ghana. So it was an honor having a presidential candidate. Imagine you meeting Bawumia today and engaging him in such a conversation. But you must actually keep your own convictions of this interview to yourself. Let's get back on the street. I have my own judgment.
Okay.
You have your own judgment.
Are we Ghanaians? Are we not hypocrisy?
I know you're awesome. Me pacho.
Galamsey, what way? I know my friend. And yet, I don't know. I know. I wouldn't pass war. Now, what to get that for what? Inca, I could put up that to pass. That's the power.
Unto me. Mufi chebi na bai. Sir? Mufi chebi na bai. Mama kwa faka free chebi. Ena aban crying. Kami and sana mo de bai. Then a mama ni abre e wo chebi ono ma mufi chebi abedun crying. Enda no pay ama be kan o ye kire yin.
Yes, we net fine. You show plan.
Enso de hen.
Enso ayo no Galamsey tinsu e da the forman kan no ni etimi sabi no.
Okay.
Etimi sabi de ade. Se ye nya. De tosu mi no so omo basa na omo ne ye marwan kwetenkete no. Anyanyim no ma jone.
Okay.
Na ye sign.
Okay. Na start yache anana nsi yan.
Well, start yache.
Na je dada nia na omo ye before ye beto abani nia na omo ne gas ne deda. Na omo ne gas ne deda. Tama ye beto abani nia na omo ne gas ne deda. Hey, na je gas ne de Galamsey for the feel ye. Omo zeza. Na sable no omo ye oye trebi. Omo ye oye trebi ansa na ye ba beto aba no. Ewo Galamsey kro ya ho. E me ye tete mabunu ni bi kogum. No baby. One baby. E den na si u kwan. O say now you are there kakra. It went to me amba. But now supported the no mo ye no. Now supported pa. Into time ya tete omo gu mu no. Omo san ye ba ko na ya tete omo no. Mbegunu tisi kromo omo ya free the citizens. And so baby. And so one baby. By CC at the corner in we what to me a baby. Okay. Na o show ya chire ne na kwasan.
Oh.
Bibia fine. Okay. Well, ebi mu ba ko na omo ye na omo kika se aban na o te so na time megbunu nachi so omo nya fengu aban na nim ase. Eno anti na omo ye na Galamsey nya na start ye akoso ache adan na afi no mo be ye oye kire adan na mo nko baby omo ye galamsey no nka wo de nka okuro mu che bi wo de ko mu tudo adan na mo nye oye kire no wo na mo ba nkran
so that's not how you say it
okay
anything na yes it for na mo
nti mo che nkran de no na ma baby nti omo ana omo kika say adan na yanko ye oye kire no wo baby ye tu galamsey no na omo nim nyansa na omo ye omo nim nyansa
Baba sorry.
Sorry bia normal.
I'm so much ro madre.
No mo so chiro madre. Ba o madre na enyansa na say bia enkwase asem. Sani omo hu ni bia. Enti o hwe sabre no o ye kira course na ufi say no so no amanyofo na ese ekire because abina na wo so no ene nipa organize demonstration Okatakyie Afrifa Mensah eba abonte be ka say sa oyeche na omo ye no abra ye ba beto aba na politically motivated o hwa na enyansa na oka no ana usu fi say no crese de omo ye na no crese politically motivated okay but okay we a brilliant answer. Let's just say who the fire you the fire you and one you better say but who should say the omu ye amanyofo na say tiri na omo yes send e be omo be gu aban na otisu na nima se
oh daddy
na omo say galamsey yi oma ya adentina 4 months ago ya na omo sign ba be galamsey na just say for 8 years omo to galamsey na mukuro mu say omo tu omo anya oye kire bia wo adan na aban sesan ye 4-5 months pe afi na omo ye oye kire adentia
okay
silent night holy night
Sebi Corona Casado.
Sister say o man tede omo ye no na nkofo ka say ba ko na omo ye na aban ni amenyofo na she ekiri e mo omo ye we so omo ye omo na she ekiri ana
anu de me she dan
mo ba mo hu mo chairman party chairman for aban ya etwa mutu bi utu bi pa oto ko en oto ma MPP na chese ba umiana na eko eden na ma esa otu aba ema MPP den na wugina so dia
o ta say oba o ni na o bejai
galamsey no ba umia na me pa cha omukuro mu ho a ye chebi o say from 2012 we ba nia na omutu galamsey
o ma ti san say kwanu kra de say be ga kan omutu onkrofo de
into 2012 ni adin 2016 2020 2021 22 23 24 no mutu
no ma ti san
ena ni echi no nipa na omo no ye vice president any president no
onim pa say kro
na adu nim
obeba kro mo say de obehu
enti na adu no nim na ba omi anim ena echi o so ba be galamsey no enti mo nto aba ma no enti wo a wo ye nyansani akoto aba ma sa nipa no so ba betu galamsey na se na wo ankasa no oni ono hwan nim nyansa o say
and they meet me kasa asem and they meet me chibe but someone have my future leaders ni na omo ni na you say nya future leaders no ba na ha ko
because mo jimi
akola wodi 18 years ko akola woni 8 years go outside
ususu say Ghana for ni jimi
ya jimi
o say enti ebi wu eyan enya me na me kan yo
ya na maka
say Ghana for no ebi ejimi dodo
papa
ti say ebi amomo na mo onim say na oye che ba susu fa ato wo me otu ni twi me dodo mo mi so yi ne mpaboa wable ona si oya say o ya ma oman ana oso nkofo yi say eyi omo chiche iska bi say no hu aduma ni eyi ana sikara mo je sikara mo aduma na boye ona si ba ya oya gasa kose nka say o sasereka obi atero freska no kotobi omo say echire ofo ni say di omo cheche ye no e wo card mu no fe bi kotobi ompobo atera di akoto enu ti omo chase kada na me boa enti ompobo atera di akotobi enti freska no kotobi why o say o ya ma Anapon bi say aduane mama. Na na wa we say anopa wo mu didi wi en chefe mama. Okay. Okay. Aso. Na enti na placard na so o mo say you know. Aso. Team ne na ekoro. Haji. Shemani yen ojono ne da tia o say akola ketewa. Oma ble abahe. Oma ble. Mo kwa tention na mo din say da fom. Say amayafo no omo say ya de nkwasi afro da pili to me. O say omo din say sa na te. Kamamba. Che. Say anati o, mama. Say ya anati. Onye ne na so fe. E na dey sisi fom.
My brother, you good too much.
Kosa. Yenjina si. Chief, you bet you jam on child in Komoga Krawai. All right. Boss, good evening. Oh, you're driving. Okay. Omo eba omo den kofo ba o yetre. Who free fan ade omo ba. So hum ne he. Abobon kro ni mai. Nkro do se na omo de nipa free oba.
Sinu asafo. Ana peja. Ana chebi. Okay. Mo ba ye no a driver for no enkwa na etua mo kasa mo mfa nkofo ne mra ana omo so tete car ni mo e de omo ba no so etua bi mu ka. Oh, say what you cook for be finish here. What you mean chene take say on be do we no what you say ko be man is cancer na wa ele.
Na che wo car ni mu no nipa dodo se na na ewu.
Oh, me kan me fan nipa 11.
Nipa 11 de be ka
800.
De ba de
800.
AC. Well, inti wo car no nipa 11 na na eti. Nipa 11 no unhu sika o mo de ma o mo car ni. We ba what bia obi o mo ma o musika bia na say because o kase no say untumi nkofo bia o nfia o ma no bibia nti
o me scan dey me hu mo but what say o mo ba na e kwa sama
o mo ba protest no mo kwa o me mo musika ahe
so our for can be able 5 million
5 million mo ba na ade o mo ka kire mo no say we are driving near audio mobile obenya 1,000 cedis and almost omo ba na passengers and also 500 nti we see aka na de ba ni ntua woka o petrol ade ba ni ntua woka afi mu wie na mo kwa na mo be ko nne ana mo be ko china na echi because 3 days nti mo pon mo de mo be ko na echi na masan de o maba ana so mo be da ha no na mo ni amatwen
we ni de o man ka se ba beta we no so mo ye wie
o say o mesi akonne na te send na o mo kopon na te yefa na mo park mo car na che se mo o mo pon wa hanum ya o mo nia be sanso anante akọ circle no makopeka mo kofo car no no mo de ko na che se china no mo kodu enimre ya no mo de musika 1,000 be mamo ana che se mo ye 3 days ni ya
no want to get 3 days
na program na 3 days o protest na 3 days ana muni
menu say 3 days
until 3 days ni ya na etua 1,000 na say e china so mo ba metua another 1,000 na e china ji
madam no another fine
o man na be fam and then omo catch man san omo ba be fam omo say mo kwan
from Abeja Chebi many afafo mo be that 5 and my bed
Apeja ni ya no achem hono na omo ye galamsey ho e ho ana ofu
ora me so ye galamsey
mo ye galamsey but Apeja ne de obobo ni ya no omo ye galamsey ho 2 years ago no omo ye galamsey ho 4 years ago no
who follow time
omo anye oye kire bia ho yankose sankofo bia informa mma se omo meye oye kire nti ususu se demonstration omo ye obi se kire anase mpanyimfo bi se kire a omo ehye nkofo kutupa na omo se sankofo de omo ba se omo mameye
sana mi nsem ne bae sana mi nsem ade
sana wabe se nkofo bi na okay what is sankofo ne bidi what is okay
na wo no lady no be farm no oye hwan ya oye dan
One day I was there, I'll find him for free. I'm going to do
okay unim ni pa ban unim ne ade oye okay ba wo ba de wa beti bi wa be hu se obi na shechiri obi bi ti sesen uzuzu se amanyofo obi na shechiri
one day something for the day then for time there. Come to God I'm saying now and yes mama time me for 4 months in the 5 months between the baby God I'm saying and we now go tell no any kakranka
na ntu no susu se kufu ado nkofo a na omo asese omo de omo ye
so me people one buy
omo de omo buy ni nia
omo ye people no me ndc
ba we ye ndc no ako we bad papa enu akwaji omu sika ni we bad me ko ka cha we ma mo for de ba o sika be shi
Rap